The entertainment practices used by the peasants in medieval times were bizarre, violent, and even downright terrifying. A time of the Dark Ages followed the Roman Empire's decline in influence throughout Europe. Dark and cruel centuries were present from the 5th century until the 16th century. The levels of brutality and violence were at an all-time high. The wanderers of medieval times moved from location to location entertaining the populace, but there was a catch. These were quite strange customs and kinds of amusement. In this video, we will talk about the 5 most weird forms of entertainment that took place in medieval times. Number 1. Vicious blood sports. At that time, bear baiting was a vicious and common blood sport. In this sport, dogs were let loose to engage in combat with chained bears. The dogs would still be killed by the bears though. During the Middle Ages, this brutal practice provided entertainment for the peasants, who would travel long distances to see it. Number 2. Apple bobbing. Between the 5th and 16th centuries, apple bobbing was similar to Tinder. Women used to engage in it as a means of locating a date for the evening. As per the rules of the game, a barrel was filled with apples, each of which had a label on it, bearing the name of a man from the hamlet. 3 chances were given to each woman to bite into the apple and take it out of the barrel. That woman's date for the evening was whoever's name was on the apple. Number 3. Torture and beheading in public. In the Dark Ages, public execution was a strange act done to establish authority and frighten the audience. There were no regulations that could be followed for the detainees. Therefore, they were tortured and publicly beheaded. They believed that beheading relieved the pain of dying, and that a terrible death included hanging and chopping body organs. They tormented the detainees by hanging them and chopping up their internal organs before they died. Many people would gather to observe public beheadings as a form of entertainment. Number 4. The cats burning. Cats were viewed in the Middle Ages as a representation of futility, evil, and witchcraft. People didn't like cats near them, so they would beat or burn them to death. All in the interest of entertainment, the unfortunate kittens and cats had to endure horrendous conditions. In France, burning cats was a frequent practice. Cats were doused in the explosive substances by the peasants before being ignited on wooden pyres. The peasants believed that the burnt pieces of the cats were lucky charms. Black cats were traditionally beaten to death as part of a festival in Denmark during the Middle Ages because they were viewed as a bad omen. People beat the cats till they died inside a barrel that was suspended from a tree with the cats inside. Number 5. Court jesters. Families from the upper classes would hire court jesters for their own amusement. These court jesters wore colorful, typically quite tight clothing to represent fun and humor. Even the jesters were consulted by the kings when it came to political or military issues. These jesters were free to say whatever they wanted in front of kings.